What's up, Taiwan? I'm Eric Gao, bringing you the news from here in Taipei. Guatemalan President Bernardo Arévalo has told Taiwan President Lai Ching-te that he's willing to take steps to advance relations with Taiwan.
Porque nos toca en este momento dar un nuevo paso en la construcción de las relaciones entre nuestros países. La relación entre Guatemala y la República de China Taiwán ha avanzado de forma importante.
President Arévalo is on his first state visit to Taiwan since taking office last year. He is accompanied by Guatemala's foreign minister, economy minister, and other officials. Arévalo says he plans to advance strategic ties with Taiwan in sectors including education, agriculture, and technology. President Lai says Taiwan will continue to expand its cooperation with Guatemala as well.
未来，台湾和瓜地马拉将会在互惠互助的基础上，持续推动符合国际趋势的计划。
Guatemala is one of Taiwan's 12 remaining diplomatic allies and has faced pressure from Beijing to sever official ties with Taipei. Japanese firm Ispace is looking to become Asia's first private company to make it to the moon. Its lander has been traveling through space for over 4 months to prepare for this moment. On board is also Taiwan's first ever lunar device. Joyce Zhang brings us the latest from Tokyo.
On the cusp of making history, the Resilience lander is almost at its destination, capturing this video just hours ago in lunar orbit. Built by Tokyo-based firm Ispace, it could soon become Asia's first commercial spacecraft to touch down on the moon. Here at the firm's headquarters, Executive Business Director and CFO Junpei Nozaki says the team has come a long way to reach landing day.
We are really excited about that, and we are very proud about our kind of progress coming so far. But at the same time, also very nervous, to be honest, right?
With Resilience, Ispace is hoping to redeem itself after its first lander crashed on the moon in 2023.
We could not complete the landing on the lunar surface.
This time, Nozaki says they've learned from what went wrong and adjusted their approach. Though unmanned, the lunar mission has brought 6 objects along for the ride. One of them, Taiwan's first ever lunar probe, made by students at a public research university in northern Taiwan. It's been measuring radiation in deep space since the lander was first launched in January. That data can help make future missions safer. The school was introduced to Ispace by Taiwanese entrepreneur Bill Chang. We caught up with Chang in Taipei. He says even before the lunar landing, Taiwan's Deep Space Radiation Probe, or DSRP, can already be considered a success.
The environment around the Earth is more like an onion. Every layers the DSRP passing through, you can collect different data. Every second, every day, DSRP is making new record. The moon is over 384,000 kilometers away. And you have to remember that even the most advanced, for most our national satellites, under 1,000 kilometers.
Also on board Resilience is this micro-rover made by Ispace's Europe team, which is set to be deployed to collect samples of the moon's surface. Nozaki says studying the moon is a joint effort, drawing on expertise from different countries towards the same goal.
Space does not have any border. And also the space demand is, we don't believe that it's coming from a single country in a kind of a sufficient basis at this moment. Rather, especially this next 10 or 20 years, it's starting from all global countries. And each country needs to collaborate.
And to get to Ispace's vision for a bustling space economy, it starts with a landing.
Lunar landings are about defying the odds. Statistically, more than half of all moon landing attempts don't make it. Not easy odds to beat, but speaking to people here at Ispace, they are determined that they can achieve that soft landing that they're looking for. The hope is that it can be a step towards a larger goal of setting up economic and social links between Earth and the Moon, unleashing what they believe will be new possibilities for richer, more sustainable human life. Ethan Chen and Joyce Sun in Tokyo for TaiwanPlus.
Join us Friday as we follow Ispace's moon landing attempt. Custom modified motorbikes have long had a fan base among some of Taiwan's bikers, but it's only recently that the wider public is coming to appreciate them, both as vehicles and as works of art. John Van Trieste takes a look into a subculture emerging from the underground.
When Gao Xiangyan was a student, he never imagined he'd be a respected craftsman working on custom motorbikes. This was someone who'd studied telecommunications engineering, not the sort of person used to working with their hands. But a failed quest to trick out his first motorbike set him on a path that would become his life's work. Gao's career as a remodeler of motorbikes didn't start out smoothly. He says he had no credentials or reputation, and so getting customers was tough at first. But he ignored the temptation to give up, and now has a place as a professional in a niche but growing biker subculture. He's far from alone in the field, though, as new talents are building a name and carving out a place for themselves all the time. Huang Minglong is 24 and was a rising star from his first attempt at turning a bike into a unique creation.
我就在朋友的工厂里面打造了一台属于自己的手工车，然后那时候刚好在这个手工车界里面有一场比赛，对，所以说我就抱持着试试看的心情，就去报名了那场比赛。结果就成功让我拿到了第2名，而就在我成立工作室的这1年。 我又再次去参加了这个比赛，结果就很荣幸的又拿到第1名。
His dream now is to enter a competition in the U.S. and win, putting Taiwan's custom bike scene on the map. Motorbike redesigners like these are resourceful people. They often have to search out long discontinued parts from obscure overseas sources. They need a wide range of contacts, even furniture upholsterers to provide the right foam so the seats are perfect. They do their own part making and DIY assembly as well. And of course, they have to test out their creations themselves too, checking to make sure everything is up to the highest standards. Maybe the hardest thing they have to do, though, is push back against misunderstanding about what they do. Taiwan has over 14 million scooters and motorbikes, but these are mostly standard models. And even though people have been customizing bikes in Taiwan for at least 20 years, there's still a sense that these bikes are dangerous, or worse.
台湾的改装法规其实是非常的完善的，但重点在于认知问题。今天不管是民众的认知、警察的认知、检验人员的认知，他们都完全不一样。他们就会认定为只要改装就是违法。
But they say this isn't what the law actually says. As the custom bike subculture grows, there are hopes in the community for even more explicit leeway from the government.
咱未来，那我都更较好，我当然会当参像日本、像美国安尼，算讲咱这个物件是政府甲咱讲，你改后倒摆是会使，你是爱改安全，你爱改到较好。那安尼，咱一般的店家吼，若讲要来做，还是讲要来带少年的继续做，其实是较有立足的点。
These DIY bike modders say what they do is a form of art. And they hope for greater freedom to express themselves and keep a thriving scene expanding. Luffy Lee and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
And thanks for joining us here on What's Up Taiwan. Finally, we leave you with images of a sausage roll being displayed at Madame Tussauds in London. The famous wax museum added to its collection on National Sausage Roll Day. I'm Eric Gao. Take care. We'll see you next time.